Hello and welcome to my channel. The NFL season has just ended, so it's time to check out our results from the models we made during the playoffs. So if you saw my other two videos, I made 3 different models that were designed to predict NFL playoff games for the 2021 playoffs. So I was actually running these models every week and I was uploading the results of each model to TikTok. So if you follow me on TikTok, you can see the results there, but I can also show you them right here. So right here is where all the magic happened. I was running them all just in Python. I created all the code, I did all the modeling and other videos. So if you're interested in that, check out those videos. I'm just going to be talking about the results here. And you can see I have my neural network model, my random forest model, and my boosting model. So if you check out the scores for the Super Bowl right here, this one, my favorite one, unfortunately had Kansas City winning. It was let down. It was mostly let down by the Chiefs' offensive line. And then the other two, my random forest model had the Buccaneers winning, and then my boosting model also had the Buccaneers winning. So that's something I'm going to talk about later. So let's check out how each model did during the playoffs. Right here you have the Excel sheet that I was using to calculate everything. So I'm going to start off with my multi-layer perception, aka my neural network model. And you can see I have all the actual scores right here, the actual over-unders. So predicted scores right here, the difference between the predicted and the actual, and then I have the predicted over-under, and then from there I was able to calculate the model scores. So if you want to look at this, feel free, go ahead. It's all right here. But pretty much this model was the best performing one, so I'm going to start off with this one. Even though it got the Super Bowl wrong, it was actually doing the best throughout the entire playoffs. So you can see average score differential was about 8 points. So for every team in every game, it was off by an average of 8 points. Now most of these are a little high, but from what I've seen with like professional models, professional predictors, the score honestly is off by a decent amount. Now even saying that, I would like to get this down later next season. But you can see my actual results right here. The model was 9 of 13 calling games, 9 of 13 of calling the over-under, and 6 of 13 calling the spread. So I was actually very surprised how well it did calling the over-unders, because these can vary greatly. They're very hard to bet on, but the model did a great job with that. Calling games to just win outright is a lot easier in my mind because there's a lot of teams that are heavily favored, but over-under is really 50-50. So the fact that it did well on over-under is very surprising, and I'm very happy with that. Wish it could have done a little bit better on the spread. The models did struggle a bit with the spread, you'll see. Random forest model, 9 of 13 on calling games, 9 of 13 on the over-under also, and 8 of 13 on the spread. So while it looks like it performed better than the neural network model, you'll see that the points differential was a little bit higher, 8.75. And if you look at some of these games, even though it was calling games, it ended up calling 9 out of 13 games correctly. There were some funky predictions in there. Like I believe, yes, it had the Bears predicted to beat the Saints, which is just things that kind of deterred me from the model a little bit, but it did call the Super Bowl correctly. And then my gradient boosting model, which was my worst performing model. These last two models, the random forest and gradient boosting models, they did get a boost by calling the Super Bowl correctly, because before that, let's say 8 and 12, 8 and 12, and then 7 and 13, and this one was 7 of 12, 6 of 12, and 6 of 12, which is not that great. Definitely predicting the Super Bowl right, giving that one extra win definitely makes the models look a lot better. And it did kind of hurt my neural network model, that just that one game, that one loss here, and those 2 wins for these 2 models, it definitely made them look a lot closer than they were in the actual playoffs. But all 3 were doing pretty well. This one, point differential, not that much, 8 points. But you can see it did worse than the other ones on calling games, on the over-under, and spread, 7 of 13. It looked like for all these models, it was pretty much a toss-up. But something that I wanted to talk about is, if I had combined all of these models together just to make one large ensemble model, it would have gotten 10 out of 13 correct. So I just quickly wrote down all the ensemble model picks right here. Bills, Ravens, Browns, Seahawks, Bucks, Saints. That's the first round right there, would have been 5 of 6. Second round would have been 3 of 4. Ravens let me down again. This one, Chiefs, Packers, 1 of 2, and then they would have predicted the Super Bowl correct. You saw that 2 out of 3 models predicted the Bucs in the Super Bowl, so it would have got 10 out of 13 correct. And for the Ensemble model, for the over-under, it got 8 out of 13 correct, and for the spread, it got 8 out of 13 correct also. And I did this pretty much just by, for the over-under, I took all of the game totals and I averaged them together. And for the spread, I did majority voting. This might be a little difficult to read, but basically since there's 3 models, if 2 of the models predicted one way on the spread, that's the way that the Ensemble model would predict it. So you can see if I did the Ensemble model, it would be 8 out of 13 on the over-under, 8 out of 13 on the spread, and 10 out of 13 calling games. While this one and the Random Forest did better on the over-under, overall it's still a better model in my mind. It's a very small sample size, so we'll have to keep testing, but I'm definitely going to keep working with it. And I guess I'm going to announce now that I'm going to be doing the same exact thing for the NBA. So I'll be creating an NBA model and I'll be creating weekly predictions for big games in the NBA. So it'll be a similar process like this. I haven't even started building the model yet. I haven't started pulling the data, but it's going to be a lot similar where I'm predicting the scores of big NBA games. And then I'm going to use the score predictions to calculate the predicted over-under and calculate the predicted spread, who's going to win the spread also. So it's going to be exactly like this, just for NBA. It's going to be fun. I'm going to start working on the model soon, and I'll definitely be posting those results on TikTok too, so follow me on TikTok at DataLyfe. But yeah, let me know how you think the models did. Let me know what you think I could do better, because I see a few things that I could do better. Let me know what you think I did good. Let me know anything that you think about these. And again, the source code is available in my other 2 videos. If this interested you at all, please like and subscribe. Please support the channel. I got a lot more sports analytics things coming to you. I got a lot more data science stuff coming to you. Help me out, support, and I'll see you guys next time.